So do you know the second leading cause of lung cancer, with cigarette smoking being the top cause? It's radon gas. And it was elevated in my house, and I'll show you what I used to determine that, and then what we did to mitigate the problem to get the radon out of the house and bring it back to normal levels. So radon is a radioactive gas. It's formed by the decay of uranium in the soil, rock, and water. And exposure to this gas is a serious health risk and accounts for about 21,000 deaths from lung cancer each year. And while that's nothing compared to the 480,000 deaths a year caused by smoking, it's still significant, and it's a leading cause of lung cancer in people who don't smoke. So radon can enter buildings through cracks in the floors, walls, construction joints, or gaps in the foundation around pipes or pumps. And the levels are usually highest in the basement or crawl space, as these spaces are usually poorly ventilated. So when someone breathes in this radon gas, it goes into their lungs and exposes them to small amounts of radiation. And then over time, this damages the cells and the linings of the lungs and increases the person's risk of lung cancer. The risk, of course, is higher in those who have lived for many years in a radon-contaminated house. So to understand radon test results, we need to know the numbers. So if your average radon level is greater than 4, then you really should put in corrective measures to reduce the exposure to radon gases. Anything greater than 4, it's considered an action level by the EPA or Environmental Protection Agency. If it's between 2 and 4, you could still consider having someone install a radon mitigation system, or you can retest every 4 to 6 months. And if it's below 2, then they say you're okay, retesting perhaps once or twice a year, and no mitigation system is needed. Now, here are some other facts about radon you should know. So besides lung cancer, radon can also cause respiratory diseases such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, and emphysema. And then, of course, smokers who are exposed to radon gas have a significantly higher risk of developing lung cancer than non-smokers who are exposed to radon. So you can't see or smell radon. So the only way to know if you're being exposed to it is to test for it. So you can test for radon levels using a radon testing kit, which you can then send into the manufacturer, and they'll give you the level of radon in your house. So instead of buying the radon test that you mail in, I decided to buy a digital one from Home Depot. And as you can see, the top number, which is long-term average, now it's at 1.05, which is fantastic. It's less than 2, but it used to be 6 to 7 before we got the radon mitigation system installed. So once I knew it was 6 to 7, I need to get a true professional who deals with radon into the house, and they can set up their own machine that will give us a more accurate number. So here's my radon mitigation system. So what they do is they drill a hole down into the ground. This tube sucks the radon up and out to the outside, where there's a fan that blows it out. And the other thing they do is they take this plastic cover and they cover up your sump pump, because a lot of the radon gas escapes through the sump pump. If you got something out of this video, I would appreciate it if you would like and share. Thanks so much.